Hi Leo, this is Honey Moth Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing your August 2024 full moon reading. Before I get started off with the reading, just wanted to say happy Leo season. Hope it's been treating you well. Okay, so this particular full moon is going to be happening around the 19th of August, depending on where you are in the world. It'll be in the sign of Aquarius, so there's an emphasis on the collective, groups, humanitarianism, as well as showing the real you, and an emphasis on your uniqueness as a person. Alright, so what does Leo need to know for this full moon in August? I'm feeling this one and this one. So you've got the Ten of Cups and the Youth. Could perhaps be family related or child related. You could possibly be looking back on past childhood experiences. Maybe even like past trauma, and perhaps you're like healing some of those childhood wounds. Alright, anything else? Thank you. We've got the Seven of Cups, so more water energy. Yeah, I'm getting this like this need for inner peace, or some sort of need to like meditate, be a bit more mindful. It's a very like calm energy that I'm getting. Thank you. So we've got the Crone. Yeah, I think perhaps you've been like looking at, or you're being called to look at how your experiences from childhood have kind of sort of shaped you into the adult that you are. And I think maybe you're like coming... I think maybe there's been like a lot of turmoil, and you're now sort of being able to accept it. And I think there's like an inner peace in knowing that the hardest is behind you. And I also think with the Crone energy as well, you're becoming like a lot more comfortable in your own energy. Like you're not you know, like when you're a bit younger and you kind of you tend to be like more insecure, and then as you get older you kind of tend to care less about what people think. And I think that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. This one came out as well, the Ace of Pentacles. So some sort of new stable start, which I think this is you kind of being grounded in your own self-assurance. Like, I don't think you're going to let anybody tell you who you are anymore. I think you know who you are and you stand strong in that. I don't think you have to prove yourself to anyone anymore. I'm also quite drawn to like the triple goddess imagery here, and then the moon kind of being eclipsed in this card. So perhaps there's like something hidden that's like going to be coming to light around the full moon. Or maybe this is just you sort of embracing your shadow self, like embracing, like, because I mean, we all have sort of like negative traits, negative habits. But I think rather than kind of like ruminating on that and feeling sorry for yourself, I think you've sort of like switched it and you're now using that like shadow aspect of yourself to fuel you like forward and progress. Thank you. We've got the Mother as well. So we've got the Mother and the Crone. Which is really interesting. Because obviously we've got the Mother, Maiden and Crone imagery in this card. And then we've got the Mother and the Crone, like the two cards coming out. Which is really interesting. So there's a lot of like feminine energy here. Obviously you don't have to be a woman to like resonate with this. You could perhaps be like Wiccan or pagan, into witchcraft. But I think there's like different... I think you're like coming into a new phase. Maybe you are actually becoming a mother. Maybe that is what this Mother card is about, and that is what the Ace of Pentacles is. Perhaps this is a baby. I'm also noticing as well how there's a turtle on this card, and then there's a tortoise on this one. Going from water to land. So the way that I'm seeing that symbolism is you kind of perhaps being quite an emotional being told that you're too sensitive, which in my opinion, when people say that people are too sensitive, I just think that's like rude, to be quite frank with you, because I think sensitivity is like, it's a gift because we're able to see the world in like a different way to others. So I think you've gone from being like quite an emotional person, being like a sea turtle, and then transmuted that to a tortoise on land, which I would say is being more like grounded, more stable. Water energy to earth energy. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we've got these snakes. So there's a snake coiling around the Crone's arm, and then on this card, it's just on the staff. with the mother. So perhaps there's been like past experiences that have led you to sort of feel defensive, feeling like you can't trust anyone. But then I think with the mother now, like with the snake being on the staff instead of on her hand, I think now you're kind of, through that experience, through that turmoil, I think you've like learned from your mistakes and you're now kind of able to be defensive when you need to be, rather than like on the defense like all the time. Anything else for Leo? That's far too many. Thank you, though. Anything else for Leo? I will take these two. So we've got the King of Earth and the Self, which is more earth energy. So this could be a partner. It's more of a masculine energy, not necessarily male. Just someone who's very like grounded, stable, abundant, quite protective. So perhaps this is the father of your child, if you were resonating with the pregnancy reading that I was getting. You could also be, because I was getting a lot of like triple goddess energy. You could be connecting with Pan or Gaia, you know, kind of like woodland deities. And then we've got the Self, which is basically, this kind of encompasses the whole reading, to be honest. This whole card is about self-assurance, self-confidence, knowing who you are, and regardless of what anyone tells you or what they try and make you out to be, you know who you are. So yeah, I think this perfectly kind of ties everything together. However, I will get you guys an oracle card. And that flew right out. Be bold and make the first move. Yeah, so perhaps you have been thinking about having a child. Or perhaps like with the King of Earth, perhaps there is like somebody that you've got your eye on and you've kind of been worrying about whether you should ask them out or not. And I would say that this is your kind of, your sign to maybe just ask, you know? Because, I don't know, I feel like if you don't ask, then you won't have an answer, you know? Alright, Leo. I think that's all I'm getting. This has been such a good reading. Like, there's so much growth and self-confidence, and it's just a very, like, strong but peaceful energy. So I hope you continue to enjoy Leo season, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.